weird.
Now I need to link up all the redstone lines, which is a nightmare, because obviously they're all right next to one another, so you have to be quite precise. Alright, maybe precise wasn't the right choice of words, but you just have to make sure that there's no bud powering going on, there's no weird quasi-connectivity-ness, and you have to make sure that every single piston gets powered, whilst also making it actually possible to build. It took quite a long time to design this circuit, even though it does just look like I've spammed redstone everywhere. Here goes. How many people are online? Okay, I'll watch out for any messages about sudden spikes in lag. Alright. Okay, the heart should now be beating. I mean, that is quite cool, isn't it? And it doesn't actually seem to be causing too many struggles. It definitely hits the frames per second when it fires. But I mean, I gotta say, it looks so cool. I'm happy to play with a slight slideshow to have an actual beating heart in the center of my base. I mean, this is wild. I wonder how it looks from all the way back here. Oh, see, it does. You can actually see the pistons moving this far back. I kind of assumed that you might not actually get it, but no, that is...
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
We've got beating heart in our base. That is so ridiculous. Thank you to everyone down in the comment section who suggested this idea. It's absolutely fantastic. It's the best thing we could have done. Imagine if I'd had heads or... I mean, crystals wasn't so bad, but originally I was thinking I'd have a head up there. Imagine, this is a cool looking base, and I kind of would have ruined it by doing that, whereas this... That looks wicked. Anyway, we are nowhere near finished with this thing. We have got a bunch of terraforming and stuff like that to do up in this area. I've been putting it off, okay, but it has to be done. And my FPS is really struggling because of that heart, isn't it? It really is. That could be a problem. So here's what I'm thinking. We have an indent underneath where the heart is, and then the ground comes up like this, and then gradually trickles off to the edges. So it would be like a mound going up in the center, and then folding inwards down in the middle. I mean, I think that will look cool. I'm putting a lot of faith in the fact that it will look cool, because I've just fully committed to building it, to be honest with you. As you can see, we've got our mound, we've got our central section, we've got everything running off the edges. I mean, this is also one of those things that is going to look very bad until we start putting all of the ruination on it. Like pretty much everything in this base, to be honest with you. Everything's looked awful until we've ruined it, and then it looks good. And I really do hope that's the case for this thing, because it does currently look awful. It really does look bad. But, I mean, I'm just gonna keep going with it. First port of call in the Mumbo Jumbo School of Ruination is bone meal. Bone meal hides any number of just atrocities, basically. So if we can just get some bone meal in here. What is Ren doing, by the way? Because every single clip I've recorded so far is join the game and then wait for it. Go on, leave the game, please. Ah, no, he just said hi. Already looking better. It's already looking better. It's looking so much better already. That is impressive. That actually looks quite cool already. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, that's quite a big old dear. I just went through another portal and got blown to bits. Like, instantly. I mean... Oh, my goodness, there's more. Ah! I'm gonna die again! This is a problem! Oh my goodness! Where are they all coming from? Where are they all coming from? Seriously! What has happened? Oh, it's really dark around my portal, isn't it? I think there is a chance that these are all mobs from a portal. Okay, maybe I should light up that area then. Things are coming together. It's looking cool. I've got some leaves. I've got some rocks in place. I'm doing a little bit of path action as well. I'm really pulling out all the stops in this space here, and it is working. I do actually quite enjoy terraforming, I'm going to be honest. We're a couple hours into the process now, and things are looking good. I thought I'd chuck some bamboo about, so I'm going to be interested to see how that looks. I am going to limit the height of it, though, by using string, because I think that will really help. But, I mean, I've got a beaming smile on my face, because look at the difference! It's crazy how much of a difference that has made. It is actually crazy how different it looks. Why didn't I do this from the start? Seriously. Oh, and in case you hadn't noticed, yeah, I've turned off the heart for the time being. I've come up with a new thing that we can do that's redstone-y, and I actually think it could be potentially better. Doing this has really made me realise how time-consuming, how ridiculously time-consuming Scar's terraforming projects are. Like, he is... I don't know how he does it. He must have more hours in his day than I do. Because... this is so difficult. We are on the home straight now, though. I am on the final section of this thing, just getting everything all done and dusted. And I've got to say, even though it is taking a long time, I am enjoying it. I'm finding it incredibly fun. I'm finding it incredibly satisfying, therapeutic. I can understand why people like gardening in real life, because gardening in Minecraft is actually quite fun. So, I'm about to do my first proper spin around with it all completed, and that is... oh my goodness, that has made all the difference. Look at that! That looks so cool! Okay. Chuffed. We still need to do it in that section and all of these sections as well. And I've left this area open because I think there's going to be redstone running up into the heart. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I am over the moon. Like, I am genuinely over the moon. I've got a beaming smile on my face right now. Honestly, I really want to keep working on the base, but I have a live stream to do with this gal. I'm going to do some end busting, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. One live stream later. We have got tons upon tons of cool... I mean, look how many elytras I now have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 spare elytras.
Complete creative freedom. Welcome to Affinity.
There's a gap in the world between how we live today and the future we must prepare for. Yet, there's a way forward through clean energy, low carbon transport.
That is bonkers. But the reason I went end busting with Iskall is because I needed to gather up a bunch of shulker shells for his hedge games, so that he can be fully set up and get his 1 million leaf blocks. He needs 1 million leaf blocks. I mean, I know his tree is a ridiculous project, but 1 million... I don't even think he realises yet that he has to place 1 million leaves. Not only does he have to gather them, he has to place them as well. Anyway, I think to wrap things up today, it's time for a little bit of extra base ruining. Now, I'll be honest, I actually wasn't planning on doing this. I was totally planning on doing all the redstone on the inside of the heart, but I think for the first time in my entire life, I actually wanted to terraform more than I wanted to do redstone. I'm a changed man. I mean, seriously though, I'm loving doing the terraforming on this build. I mean, I've loved the ruining process, and I've definitely loved the process of learning how to build in this way because, you know, as I mentioned about 1 million times now, I'm not a natural builder. It's not something that really comes naturally to me. I kind of have to really work at it, and I'm really enjoying learning all of these new techniques and ways to make builds look cool. And the whole process of the terraforming, you know, terraforming is something that I kind of knew how to do very roughly, but I've gradually gotten better and better over time, and I'm loving it at the minute. I'm seriously loving it. And I do just want to extend a massive thank you to Iskall for initially getting me interested in terraforming, and then obviously Scar for just being someone who puts out great examples of it on the Hermitcraft server, things that I can take inspiration from, because it's cool. And it's so fun learning new skills. It really, really is. Let's take a look at what I've done then. You know, because I must admit, I'm quite proud. I really don't want to sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but I am pleased. You know, I've done this quite a bit throughout today's Hermitcraft episode, but look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's made such a difference, hasn't it? I did not expect it to make a difference as much as it has. I really truthfully didn't. I kind of thought, you know what? I was kind of considering not even doing it. I was considering leaving them flat and like completely just plain. So glad that I didn't. So glad that I didn't, because that would have looked naff. That would have looked really, really bad. It has helped so much in completing the base. And you know what? The base is now complete. That's just dawned on me. This thing's now done. Apart from the big platform at the bottom, the massive amount of terraforming that I've got to do down at the bottom there, this thing's now finished. My base is completed. The outside of my base is completed. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's been a long process, but it's looking wild. I'm super chuffed. I hope that you've enjoyed the process. It's been a lot of fun. There's obviously a monumentous moment, and yeah. I'm pleased. I'm also tired. It's been a long day. See you later. I'm not sure if you can hear the cool hum of my... you know what? I'm not going to talk about my air conditioning again. I just can't help but mention it. It's honestly been life-changing. I can understand why all the people were blasting me down in the comment section being like, how can you live without air conditioning? It's a good question. I should be an air conditioning salesman. What if I can get an affiliate link? A sponsor.
What if you could taste the movies?
We turned that idea into an $11.3 million business with Wix. One movie night, we were craving this chocolate cake that we saw on screen.
And we said, how cool would it be to put on an event where people are able to eat what they see on screen?
For the first event, we're literally cooking like 80 cakes out of an oven in my apartment and running.
Today I'm starting things off in the nether regions. We've been doing a bunch of work on the base lately, and I fancy a little bit of a change, so... I was wondering what that was then. I couldn't quite make it out. So we're going to do some work on some nether projects, and I'm actually going to start a fairly ridiculous project, hopefully in today's Hermitcraft episode. I mean, it's bonk, it's nuts. Okay, it's going to be wild. I'm excited for it. I'm also scared of it a little bit because it's not a project that I've ever really done before. So prepare your peepers for that one. But to start things off today, I just want to get some gold. There's no real reason. I don't need any more gold. I don't need any of this stuff. But there's very few people online right now, and I just love using this thing, so let's get to it. And of course that means we're going to do a hyper-fast third-person time-lapse so you can see all the death happening incredibly quickly. Right, let's get to it. And I tell you what, while recording that time-lapse, I was thinking two things. The first thing is how satisfying it is to watch that gold farm work. I mean, I'm excited to see the time-lapse because even in real time, there's just something about it. You know, seeing the zombie pigmen spawn on the edges and then run into the center and die, it sounds grim. When you say it like that, it sounds grim, but it just looks so cool. But the other thing that I was thinking about is I'm getting excited about the prospect of a new Minecraft update. You know, because we're getting towards that time now. It's been on my mind a lot lately. I've actually been mentioning it in the Hermitcraft episodes. For some reason, this upcoming update, I'm super excited for. I'm like, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot because, you know, the Nether update just released. Normally, it's kind of a couple months until we start seeing features, and that means that we're probably only a couple of weeks away before we get the first snapshots or at least some announcements. And I really don't know what to expect. And I think that's what has me so excited. I just really hope we get some redstone stuff. I've got my fingers so crossed, they're almost broken. Which totally explains why I have to press shift with my thumb, doesn't it? After about an hour's worth of sword swinging, I managed to get this much gold, which is pretty good going. And also, I almost managed to get 150 levels. I was aiming for 150, but then a bunch of people joined, and they're all in the nether and things, and my gold just completely dried up. But I think I aspire towards trying to get 1,000 levels. That would be awesome if I could do that, which I think would probably take, I would say, about 10 hours. If we could successfully farm at that farm for 10 hours, then I might be able to get 1,000 levels. And I can do that over the course of a number of weeks. I just have to make sure that I don't die. Which, now I think about it, not dying over the course of a couple of weeks, that's incredibly unlikely. Anyway, let's get all of these items quickly stored up into my chests, which my valuables chests are starting to look rather valuable. Look at this. This might be the richest I've ever been. It also might be the most disorganized I've ever been. I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time just clearing up these shulker boxes and making sure that everything ends up in the right place, because this was in my ender chest. What even is this? And after an hour of totally tearing my hair out, I have finally reached a place where I'm happy. Okay, so I have everything sorted into correctly named shulker boxes. I've cleared out all of the shulker boxes that are dotted around in the various areas of my base. I've got all of my chests now sorted out correctly. So it's finally I can find things. I feel better, okay? I feel clearer in my brain because I've done that. Well, this looks very fancy, doesn't it? Look at this. We now have a nether hub on the Hermitcraft server. We are no longer just traversing through the parts of the nether just above, just kind of in those exploded tunnels and things, mainly thanks to Iskall with his bed trick. I love those chains up at the top. This is gorgeous. Anyway, the reason I'm out here just flying around in the nether is because I want to find a nether fortress. I really want to find a nether fortress because, as I say, I have a mega project, a mega project that I really want to work on that is a little bit daunting. It's something that I've never built before, but it's something that I'm super excited about. We might have struck gold here. This looks lovely. And most importantly, it has these two. I am going to risk landing. I'm absolutely terrified. I'm still terrified of the nether, alright? But you see this? This is a crossroads. This is good. And that is a crossroads directly next to it. This is also good. This is very important for what we need to build. Now I'm going to bravely fly away from the nether fortress so that I don't get killed. And I'll quickly explain. Down we go. And... alright, I want to be rich. Okay, I want to be incredibly rich so that I can flex on all the hermits and just really show off how rich I am. And, well, I thought I could do that by making a ridiculous wither skeleton farm that then gives me loads of wither skulls that I can then sell to people, but also I can just have loads of wither skulls because that will make me look rich. That zoom was a little bit too close, wasn't it? That felt a little bit too close for comfort. Now, I know that Impulse is selling beacons, but I want to sell wither skulls, okay? And I think if I can build a farm that is ridiculous, like completely insane, then I should be able to sell the wither skulls relatively cheap. I mean, how cool would it be if we could sell wither skulls for 1 diamond? Everyone would buy them, and I'd be rolling in them. Diamonds, that is. Not the wither skulls. Rolling in wither skulls sounds a little bit evil. The only slight problem that I have is that I don't really know how to build a wither skeleton farm. I've never really built one before, and I don't really know what the good designs are. However, my friend Iskall has built one before, and he knows all about this sort of stuff. So hopefully he can help me out. I'm just going to leave this sign here. And hopefully we can meet up and he can explain things. Minus 776, 73, 725. Thanks. Mumbo. That should do the trick, shouldn't it? I mean, he's going to spot that, isn't he? So with that done, I now have a lot, and I mean a lot of dirt to place, which actually sounds like quite a bit of fun. I mean, for those of you who've been watching my videos recently, you will know that recently I've really fallen back in love with terraforming. It's something that seems to come and go. You know, sometimes I will absolutely hate the idea of a terraforming project. I will avoid it so much. And that's kind of been the case for this entire start of the season. You know, there's so much terraforming that needs to be done around my base, and there's so much dirt that needs to be placed to make things that are currently floating actually look grounded in reality. But I've been too scared to do it because I haven't been interested in the terraforming side of things. Whereas now, I'm all in. I'm all in. Ever since doing the little grass bits on top of my base and seeing how much of an improvement that made to my base, I've been thinking about terraforming the entire time. You know, it's been something that's been playing on my mind a lot, and it's something that I want to do more and more often. And it's really interesting. Minecraft's an interesting game like that, in that there are so many different ways to play it, and even within the categories of ways to play it, there are so many subcategories as well. Now, let me give you an example. You know, I'm a redstone person, and for me personally, I tend to build kind of survival-friendly, fun, slightly silly, not particularly serious redstone contraptions. And then you have people in the redstone community who are like the technical Minecrafters, and they make redstone videos, but they make videos of farms and the most technical farms you could possibly build. And then you've got the flying machine people, then you've got the super compact piston door people, then you've got the absolutely massive redstone computer people, and the same thing goes with building. You know, you have the people who work on castles, you have the people who work on medieval builds, you have the modern house people, you have the terraforming people. There's so many subcategories within the categories of Minecraft, and I really do think that is the beauty of the game. And I personally am just really enjoying kind of floating my way through those subcategories and just dipping it in and out.
Reach your impossible, Lenovo Legion.
Nerds Gummy Clusters. Unleash your senses.
Of the things that I personally enjoy. Anyway, that's enough waffling. Let's take a look at what I built. And for maybe the 60th time this season, I would say 60, maybe 70, maybe a couple thousand to be honest with you, this has seriously improved the base, and it makes it look so much more finished. I swear that's like the catchphrase of this Hermitcraft season. But look at that! That is serious. It's made the base look even bigger as well. It is... Oh my goodness, it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Even this side, which a lot of this was actually natural, this is all natural landscape, and then it transitions into the stuff that I built over there. It all kind of works. Now, obviously, my terraforming right now, there's not much decoration in it. You know, I've literally placed the grass blocks in, and I've got the shape. And it's not a very natural Minecraft terrain, but I really do think it suits the build. I think this might be my favourite view. I absolutely love it. I am so pleased. And I'll be honest, and I've seen this popping up down in the comment section. When I first started building this base, it was a tiny bit scary, because I must admit, when I started building it, I was like, oh, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. But I wasn't 100% sure on it. Now that we've added in all of the details, now that we have all of the ruining in place, now that we have this in place, it really is, it's coming together strongly. And it's by far my favourite base I've ever built on Hermitcraft. You know, and it really, really is. And I know that I say that every single season, but I truly do. I feel that way with this one. I'm proud. I really am proud of this thing. Really, really am. Still a million things to do. There's so much to do, alright? But I'm proud. But on the topic of millions of things to do, we actually have millions of things to do. You see, I mentioned earlier on that I really want to get rich. You know, I want to get super, super rich on the Hermitcraft server. And that is going to involve... Well, it's going to involve a number of things, and there's lots of things that I need to do, and I thought it would be smart to actually plan those things out in a specific area so that we can track our own progress. Now, because a lot of my enterprises are going to do with the Nether, you know, I plan on getting rich from the Nether, it only makes sense that I actually build this thing in the Nether. So, I mean, do I build it here, or do I build it underneath? I mean, it does feel a little bit strange that right, let's go underneath. I found a pretty good spot, and I'm just in the process of building up this little building. It's not going to be a particularly big building. You know, all enterprises, Amazon started in a bedroom, and I think Microsoft started in a garage, I think. So this is how it's going to be. We're going to have like a golden bedroom garage, except there's no cars in Minecraft, so a garage is a bit pointless, and if I build a bedroom in the Nether, then it's probably not going to end very well. Fine. It's just going to be a completely bedless, carless... office. Yes, an office. An office makes total sense. And I've got to say, as far as offices go, you know, for our first ever headquarters, this looks pretty rich. I mean, I already feel pretty rich with the fact that I have this little thing. Anyway, if we pop inside, you can see currently there isn't much in here, but there's a little bit more that needs to be done. We might need to work on the security a tiny bit. We've had our first. Thank goodness it's all safe. Maybe building this thing next to a Soul Sand Valley probably wasn't the best of ideas. Anyway, this little build is now all completed. Haha! I missed. That's embarrassing. Get off my roof, sir. Excuse me. You have no right to be there. Oh, goodness me. He has got a ridiculously powerful bow. What on earth was that? Okay, I'm gonna get inside. Mumbo Get Rich Inc. That seems to be the name of my company at this point in time. Let's start work on actually creating some form of business plan. Many hours of number crunching, graphs, and spreadsheets later, this is the current business plan. Okay, so up at the top, you can see make a basalt generator. That seems like a smart way to go. You know, I can use my basalt generator to gather a lot of basalt. That is stage number 2 there. And then stage number 3, pretty important. Get Iskal to help me build huge with farm. Huge with farm. I forgot the ER, but that's meant to be a huge wither farm out of basalt. You see, that's how the basalt generator links into stage number 3. Stage number 4, have not really thought of yet, and then boom. I mean, it's a faultless strategy, really. I can't honestly see how it could go wrong. We just need to make a basalt generator, get basalt, build with farm out of basalt. Stonks. So with that all worked out, okay, and the business plan all sussed, I think it's time to start on stage number 1, I suppose. Let's just get straight to it. So make a basalt generator. Yeah, make a basalt generator. We can do this. We can... I've never done one of those before. Let's pop into the redstone testing world, shall we? So I've just popped through the nether portal in my redstone testing world, and firstly I've discovered this, which is pretty interesting. It's a fairly crazy looking build. I don't think I ever released or ever really showed anywhere, and I don't think it worked at all. But there's something very strange has happened in that. So I'm in the nether right now, but look at the biome. It thinks I'm in a desert. It thinks I'm in the overworld. But look, if I just move away from this thing, I'm now in the nether. Is that... Something's gone wrong there, hasn't it? Something's gone really, really, really wrong. This is so broken. I genuinely can't believe how fast these basalt generators are. Like, how fast the basalt regenerates. Let's see. Does 2 ticks work? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I mean, 1 tick might work. That's nuts. I genuinely think I'm going to struggle to explode this fast enough. Oh, my... What? It doesn't even make any sense that it could be that quick.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
That's mad! Right, so here's what I'm thinking, okay? So we've got the generator up at the top there, and then we're going to push it across like this, and then there'll be a TNT that drops in this zone, and it will blow up the chunks. Oof, I mean, I still genuinely think this thing might be a little bit too fast. Really? Especially as I think the blast resistance of basalt is very high. Yes, okay. Right, we're going to have to make use of the piston timing trick thing. Yeah, we're going to have to make sure that these blocks get pushed at the exact time that the TNT drops down. That's complicated. So stage 1 of the process is to create a blast chamber, which I think I've done here. This seems like a fairly good way of doing things. So with this system, I can actually guarantee that the TNT is always going to land on that block there. So occasionally you might see the TNT will get pushed across and land on this obsidian. The piston just pushes it back across and ensures that it will actually land in that central block, which maximizes the amount of basalt that we explode when everything gets pushed. So now I need to create a redstone timing circuit that activates our basalt generator briefly, giving us the perfect amount of basalt. These pistons then need to fire at the exact time that this TNT explodes, because when blocks are moving, they have a blast resistance of 0. So that means that you can just absolutely annihilate blocks. And it's around about at this point that I really wish that I had just gone on YouTube and looked up basalt generator designs. But with that being said, I do really enjoy designing this stuff. It may not be the most efficient thing in the world, but it's fun to create. An hour of pure frustration later, I finally managed to do it. So we now have a fully automatic basalt generator that is working. It's functioning nicely. You can see all of the basalt is falling down to the floor. If no basalt gets caught in this thing, then we'll get 25 pieces of basalt every single explosion. But obviously, occasionally you do get bits that land on top of the basalts. It doesn't actually seem to be happening at the minute, but obviously, you know, the basalt could catch on something there and then get exploded by the next set of TNT, a little bit like that. There's kind of nothing that I can really do about that, to be honest. Now, obviously, if I wanted to make this thing faster, I could have another one of these on the other side as well, and that would double the speed of it. But to be frankly honest, I actually think this is going to be more than fast enough. Like, how much basalt do I really need? Probably not this much. You know, like that's less than 5 minutes of this farm operating. I just picked it up off the floor. This is more than enough basalt for my needs. Right, let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server and start constructing. And I reckon the best place to build this is actually over by my gold farm. Because think about it, alright? I'm going to be up in my gold farm for ages, doing my gold farming. So if I can combine my gold farming with basalt farming, then I'm going to get loads of both. And it's this sort of genius mentality that is going to make me a rich person on the Hermitcraft server. Now, I'm going to level with you. I really love the idea of the TNT kind of exploding out here. I just wonder, is this going to blow up all of the pressure plates? Ooh, it didn't. Okay, I mean, I've only got 8 pieces of TNT, but I guess I can run like a small little sample size and just see if I'm outside of the blast radius. Or I could just Google the blast radius. Yeah, that seems like a smarter way to go. Apparently, we're all in the clear here, so that means that I can build up my blast platform. The basalt is going to be getting exploded right next to where all of my gold is coming in, which is going to look absolutely awesome. So those are the piston pushers. Do I have enough vertical spare? I didn't think about that, actually. I mean, this is quite a big build. I'm sure we'll be alright. Oh, and just so you know, I plan on building this entire thing out of gold blocks just because I'm rich, you know? And I want people to know that I'm rich. I mean, look at this place. In fact, hang on a minute. You guys shouldn't be here. How are you? Why are there so many pigmen down here? Maybe they spawned on the shulker boxes, and I guess on these blocks. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to be careful. We need to make sure this entire thing is spawn-proof now that I think about it. Why did I build it so close to my gold farm? What was I thinking? That's actually going to be a massive pain in the backside.